Reports coming up out of Los Angeles Chargers mini camps. We're here to talk about it here on Chargers Syndicate. What's up, Bull fam? How are we feeling here today? It is I, Jake Silva, here on Chargers Syndicate, giving you everything LA Chargers news and so much more. If it is your first time on the channel, for all you diehard Charger fans, don't just scroll through. I encourage you guys to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future past videos of Charger Syndicate, as we are also sponsored by GreenGridiron.com, whereas you get your very own life-size and miniature customized helmet of your favorite team, your style, your way. Also, some customizable visors to go along with the look by going on to GreenGridiron.com. And when you do, before checkout, use promo code LACSYN, that is LACSYN at checkout for your exclusive detail at greengridiron.com. Alrighty, Charger fans, it's been a hot minute. It really has been a hot minute. And I apologize to everybody for, taking the time and as I did, but at least I'm back here with a new video describing, of course, what's been happening with LA Chargers camp. So basically talking about minicamp, the Los Angeles Chargers know that they are trying to pick up where they left off from last season. So this year, we know what's after the draft picks, we know what's after free agency, and who knows what may be in store for the Chargers at least a little bit later on before the season starts up. But the Los Angeles Chargers' camp has really been heating up and on fire thus far, where there were several storylines that were going on. So I thought the interesting one that came up, there's a couple of news stories where Willie Snead, the former wide receiver, ended up being present for a veteran tryout. Now, he was hanging around up in Chargers camp. Now, of course, Willie Snead and company, they go way back with Greg Roman in his time with the Baltimore Ravens. So maybe part of this is he comes in, maybe mentors a little bit more of the new rookies that were coming up and into camp. But there hasn't been any type of like silent signing that we know of possible. So the Chargers have really been, accommodating. And at the same time, they've been very appreciative of Willie Snead, coming up and out here to really mentor up and on the young guys. So it was a really cool moment, for Willie Snead to come by and really check out to see what this young core group's got. Now, the other thing is that recently, as I live here up in Denver, Colorado, that the heartbreaking news is that the Los Angeles Chargers have noticed that their former running back, J.K. Dobbins, has signed a one-year contract with the Denver Broncos. I wish him nothing but the best. J.K. Dobbins was somebody that almost ran for 1,000 yards last season and scored 9 times through that span. So J.K. Dobbins, he's going to be sharing the field with R.J. Harvey, Audric Estime, and several other players. Now, what does this mean for the Chargers, of course? Well, it means that you're going to get familiarized with seeing J.K. Dobbins twice a year. But they also have to prepare for what they've learned from last season, what he brought to the table. And this is right after all of the horrendous injuries that he had recovered from that kept him sidelined for so long. And the fact that the kid is only 26, that's what's the most incredible part. So J.K. Dobbins now is going to be on the other side of the field, playing for the Denver Broncos. And that's something that the Los Angeles Chargers, they really have to prepare for as the upcoming season comes up. Number two is that Rashawn Slater's been reporting to minicamp and admits the contract talks. Now, we know that the recent video that I put out was on Bud Dupree getting his contract extension. Because of that, does that mean now that this is starting to initiate the contract talks for Rashawn Slater? I really am hoping that it does. And I do believe, as a fellow Charger fan, that I do believe that Rashawn Slater will get a deal done. There's no doubt in my mind. I think the kid's just tremendous. And at the same time, you want to lock up your left tackle because initially, with Justin Herbert trying to, have the best protected offensive line in front of him, you got to be able to protect his blind side. So having that deal done first, and then you're going into year 2 with Joe Alt. So you have plenty of time to where you can extend Joe Alt down the road. But we know that if you solidify one tackle and then at some point solidify the other tackle later on, then they will be in good shape. So that's one thing that the Chargers really want to get done. I don't think that there's an issue behind this at all, but I love the gesture that Rashawn Slater is showing up and into camp. He has not, been sitting out like most of the other star players have been doing as of recently with training camp. So it is a good sign, and it sounds to me if he's showing up in minicamp, the contract negotiations are going as smooth and as well as possible. Now, Cam Hart returned to the team drills after he ended up following a shoulder surgery. So, Cam Hart, like we said, he was going through his shoulder injury all through last season and eventually becoming a torn labrum. So, the one thing about Cam Hart is I love to see what year 2 is going to be. He's very physical. He's also somebody that you can rely on his presence to get passes defended and somebody that can go up on those one-on-one matchups, much like Tarheeb Still. Only thing is that I think Tarheeb Still would be more of that man-to-man type of one-on-one matchup, not so much as like that physical hitter that just comes up out of nowhere, but he can really play along with a lot of these big cats. So Cam Hart, good to see him up in the mini camp following up on the shoulder surgery. Now, interestingly enough, what I've been talking about, in the last couple of days is that the Chargers are really outlooking what is going to happen at the center position. So as of recently, Zion Johnson was shown being taking snaps at the center position while Bradley Bozeman was up and in the left guard. Now, the one thing about it is that the Chargers going into the season, now not only just getting Mekhi Becton to solidify the interior guard up on one side, they still have Trey Pipkins, they still have Jamari Salyer, they still have a bunch of other pieces as well that they want to solidify for a very physical, hefty, beefed up offensive line. But the only thing is that the center position is going to be the key that the Chargers really want to solidify, especially when you want somebody to be more vocal, somebody that's going to lead that offensive line, setting the tone. And that's where Zion Johnson taking the snaps as he is. Sounds to me like he has been progressing. It sounds to me like this is kind of an interesting situation for them. And they actually are liking with what's been happening as of so far. Now, remember, the Chargers do also have Andre James. So there sounds to me like there's probably going to be some split snaps up and into the season. But as of right now, if Zion Johnson is taking majority of those snaps up and in center, I can only imagine what that may look like coming into an actual NFL season game. So interested at least to see this, but hopefully this could mean something for the Chargers moving forward. That's going to do it here for me on Charger Syndicate. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, keep you up to date on future and past videos, and of course, keeping up all minicamp long as well, guys. As I'm signing off here today, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Always remember to bolt up, guys. Take care.